Hey, Spuddies, Potato Whiskey here, and welcome to what I assume currently is a failed attempt at a blob game. But we are going to continue and try to make it work as best we can. We're gonna give it the old college try. We have to. I feel like we owe it to ourselves to try and make it work. Now, actually, an interesting plan here could be to go ahead and faith purchase an aerodrome. Maybe if I had a better flatland tile, unfortunately. Moksha will just have to be moved. One thing I will say about this challenge that I have arguably failed, I feel like I have failed the challenge, is that despite my failure, I have learned a lot about how to do the challenge. And, you know, sometimes when you're doing something, you don't pull it off on the first attempt, which is, you know, fair enough. If you beat everything on the first attempt that you did it, your name would be me, like it would be me, because usually I beat everything on the first attempt that I do it. And it's actually quite rare for me to fail. I don't mean to say that like, oh, I'm so great, I never lose. It's more like it's actually surprising sometimes to me, because usually most things that I try work. And I don't know if that's just like supremo luck or privilege. Who knows what the cause of that is? But usually, anything I make an attempt at, I kind of, you know, I get pretty far with it. You know, I made a YouTube channel. I've done various other things, you know, within the scope of YouTube, and, you know, I did a bit of streaming and stuff like that. It all kind of works out for me in the way that I want it to. And the same is usually true for Civ and games like Civ. I usually get the outcome that I'm looking for without too much trouble. Now, it's not perfect. I don't 100% of the time get exactly what I want every single time, but usually I get somewhere in the ballpark of where I want to be relatively quickly. Like, it doesn't take me long to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I made some decent progress here. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves an AT crew here so I can combine it here. And then we'll also grab ourselves an AT army. So we grabbed ourselves 2 extra AT armies, and then this is what we can start using to starve cities like Pesh. Now, I don't know how effective this is going to be, but we're going to run through and basically pillage all of their tiles to try and starve their cities. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll just have to find out. Like, we'll just have to actually do it. Faith is increasingly powerful for me here, though. Man, I wish I could flip Egger here, because, like, damn, I feel like I'm so close. These cities are growing. Should this have worked? Am I crazy? I feel like this should have worked. I feel like I need more food in here. Maybe a builder. The problem is I don't have the builder card plugged in, so my builders are like super inefficient, which does not feel good. Like, getting 4 charges out of a builder does not feel good when I'm like definitely used to getting like 5 to 6 charges out of all of my builders. Like a 4 charge builder can do nothing if your tiles are relatively unimproved. I really do think builders are one of like the biggest balance outliers, alongside what do you call those things? City states. City states and builders are like a huge point of like balance concern for this game, in my opinion. Now, one avenue that we do have is to the south here. The Swedes do not have full control of Karlstad. So if we were able to get that city to flip to us, maybe we could make a difference down here. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. I think we're just in a bad position. I think we also got bad land, because it was like the people who, like the cities where we had like a good setup, it felt like we got them relatively easily. But now we have like this weird inability to break some of the loyalty of these cities. And it's just like, I just can't help but feel that we just got like partially unlucky. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm way off base. We'll see. Okay, +3 era score. This does feel like a domination victory, which is like extra steps as well. Let's bring down Pesh. I don't even know how to say the city's name, but it must come crumbling down. We're going to completely obliterate the city's districts. I kind of wish I had Fate bought an encampment in here. This would have been a good spot to spam out a few units. I do have some aluminium, so I could opt to pick up some helicopter armies and see if we can go pillaging with those. Just start ripping up some tiles and forcing these cities down in population. Maybe that'll work. My only route into this city has actually flooded. Now, that is a very unfortunate circumstance to be in. But we must not be far from picking up rocket artillery, which might make our life a little bit easier. We have regular artillery, which I think they have 80 combat. So it's a 20 combat strength increase if we can get the rocket arty. So we've officially suppressed the city of Pex, And we can begin the pillaging of all of the tiles to bring the city down in terms of housing capacity and population so that they no longer can wage defensive loyalty, I guess would be the way to put it. I guess wage defensive loyalty is maybe not the best way to put that. It's like they can't protect against my loyalty pressure is my goal here. I'm not allowed to capture the city, but I am allowed to have it be under extreme duress, aka on the edge of death. Although I am going to have to be very careful about misclicks. If I accidentally misclick and capture the city, not good. That would be a no bueno moment. We have access to nuclear fission. This might actually be super important for me to pick up, is to do the Manhattan Project so I can start nuking cities to bring their population down. It's going to be particularly relevant against Simon Bolivar and Mansa Musa. If we can get their city populations down to a way more reasonable level, I think we're in with a shot here. I want to isolate and leave this city under siege, so leaving 2 AT crews around it is probably par for the course. Let's make sure we're pillaging anything that gives housing or food. And any tile that has at least 2 food on it, we probably want to fortify an AT crew unit on it to prevent it from being worked. And then we probably need to leave some kind of ranged unit at every city to continuously shoot down its health so the city never recovers. So there's a lot we have to do here in order to truly bring this city into the fold. But it does now have negative loyalty technically, so it's kind of working. Who knew? The easiest way to get cities to loyalty flip? Just declare war on them and continuously put them under siege forever. So there's a massive population exodus. Who knew that that was an effective strategy? I certainly didn't. Rebellion in 38 turns. It's not quite as fast as I would like, but the loyalty is in the right direction. And my hope is that if we can cripple the population growth in here, I wish I could tell what their pop growth was at. I feel like that's a piece of data that I would be able to gauge, you know? But I definitely want to be pillaging things like neighborhoods. Anything that gives housing needs to go, basically. So like this aqueduct here, it gets pillaged. I could use another military engineer on this front, helping out with the construction of railroads, because getting through these lands are quite slow, even with railroads at the moment. Even with roads, it's quite slow. Our units are getting bogged down on the offensive. Another city's health bar has been completely obliterated, which leaves it open to being put under siege. This particular siege will require someone in the water, which makes things slightly awkward. Been slowly chipping away at Muang Tam. I think I can yoink it back next turn, although holding it will be a different project entirely. Okay, I'm running a little bit low on oil. One of my oils must have been pillaged. Ah, it flooded. Ah, right. Well, so that explains why my oil's a little bit lower. I will pick up more oil the second I flip Pesh, and I do have enough oil in the bank to sustain my armies for quite a while. I think I can take this city this turn. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Yoink. All right, we managed to recapture our own city here, which is a big deal, actually, because it opens up loyalty pressure to the south. Now, how much is a builder to purchase? A settler's only 1,900 gold. Where would I settle this city? If I'm thinking about, all right, I think we settle on this artifact if available. We holy site to here. Aqueduct would be a little bit of a wonky decision here. Maybe we could settle on the honey or a tile closer to Karlstad. Well, I reckon we could settle there on this wheat as well if we get Karlstad going. And we could... The hard part is an aqueduct in this city, but, you know, this kind of appeals to me. And since Bandar Brunei is technically a city-state, I could liberate it, because that doesn't count for domination. I wouldn't be controlling the city. Or I could possibly kill some city-states. I'll probably have to kill Anshan this game, and possibly even Mexico. Mexico and Anshan will probably have to be killed for loyalty reasons this game. Unfortunately, I did lose my aqueduct in this city, and there's not really good farming tiles. I mean, technically I could buy a builder in here, but there is a builder in the city, kind of annoyingly. Maybe if I make a railroad, I could yoink it. Yeah, okay, I yoinked the builder. If I can get a few farms over here on these tiles, I think that might help the city out a bit. I just need builders on the front line. 25 population capital in Niani is scary. Not like in a, oh, I'm scared kind of way, but like in a, God, that's going to be annoying to deal with kind of way. We need to take out this encampment as one of our next strategic goals. And we need to get this city under siege, which will involve walking units around. It's under siege right now thanks to my helicopters. Hungary is looking for peace because the cities are under siege. I really wish I could tell what his population level was at and where he's getting his food from if he's not, like, I don't know how he's feeding these cities. Okay, let's pillage, and we're continuing to pillage. I'm kind of skipping over a lot of the turns because it's all very, you know, it's basically the same thing over and over. I spend a lot of my time like micromanaging pillaging, and I blow apart a few cities, and then I try to position my AT crew on tiles that have food so I can try to starve these cities. I don't know if I'm like doing something wrong. Maybe I need more AT crew. Do I just not have enough? Am I not making enough units? Am I not carpeting enough AT crews? Because these cities haven't reduced in population even slightly. And the loyalty is just like the exact same. And this is kind of how it was described to me, is that you run around and you pillage and you basically sit on their tiles so they can't work them, so the city starves. But it's not working. I don't know. I don't understand. So maybe back to the drawing board a little bit, kind of like in the theory end of things. I mean, the general idea works in principle of like loyalty flipping stuff. But as far as actually like camping on tiles, that does not seem to make a real difference, as far as I can tell. I mean, I've built railway all the way through my enemy's territory. And, you know, does it matter? I don't know yet. I don't know if it matters. Okay, this city is now officially under siege. So one of my military engineers got murked by a hussar. But that's okay. We got the railways more or less to where we need them. So that's not important. I just like, I guess maybe, am I tunnel visioning? Should I be attacking the entire world and starving them? The city is still 9 population and is still only barely losing loyalty every turn. You know, do I need to just continuously like send like a literal horde? I think that's our next attempt, is like in the exploratory of how this idea works. We're just going to print as many ATRBs as we can and stand on any tile that produces like a food yield. Like literally every tile in range of the city that has a food yield, I'm going to place a unit on, while I use my artillery to completely obliterate and wear down my enemy's defenses. Oh, wait. The city's population went down. Oh my God, it actually happened. The city's pop went down. We managed to reduce the population of an enemy empire by putting their civilization under siege. So it worked, kinda? It worked so far. Now Esztergom is under siege and will no longer shoot, so we could flood in even more AT crew armies. And I'm making armies because this seems to be the only thing that can actually like stand up to any counterattack from the Hungarians. Yeah, it just feels like I don't know, what else do I do? Like Amani is here. She's putting out negative loyalty. They have negative happiness. I guess pillaging their luxury resources and their entertainment complexes might help, and like their housing districts. Man, I don't understand how they're holding this. I guess they do have a governor in there, but I need to convert. Oh, I need to convert their cities. That's the critical thing I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. I knew I was forgetting something. I even talked about this earlier in the series, and then I just completely forgot that I need to actually convert these cities. Because they're, this is his religion. Surely, this must be beginning to work. Copium. Down to 8 population in Pex. So somehow at 8 population, the loyalty is still, again, it's the religion. I need to eradicate the religion. Inquisitors can't really be used for that. I'll get another couple of apostles. God, this would be so much easier if I was able to use Void Singers. The siege of Hungary continues, and we have made progress in some respects. We started to pillage his entertainment complexes. However, progress is sort of a relative term. It's really just down to the fact that I can't get enough AT crews into the breach, as it were. I did finish the Manhattan Project now, though, so I can start mass producing nuclear devices in cities with like decent production. So that's kind of an upside, you know. Yeah, I mean, things aren't going amazingly well, but we just got access to nukes, and maybe dropping some nukes will make this whole loyalty thing go a little bit easier. I think Gran Colombia is going to be our test case on the nuke theory. Yeah, we'll test our nuclear theory on Gran Colombia. We're going to attempt to convert Edgar. Progress is a slow and steady killer. It gives you hope. It makes you feel as if time has moved, as if you have achieved something. But the reality is that we are going nowhere. And we are going nowhere at a pace that is completely unknown to us. The only thing that we do know is that we have a destination in mind. We are heading to somewhere. We are going to a place. It's the only piece of information that we still cling to, is that there is a goal at the end of this lollipop rainbow of a game that we're playing. And for those of you who have noticed, well done, welcome. Welcome one, welcome all to the churn. This is not only the churn, we have been so deep in the churn that I didn't know there was a churn. We have been churning since the world's been burning. My God. But I mean, like, Hungary is almost completely occupied, and still their cities hold with loyalty somehow. I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. I have repeated this point so many times. Get destroyed, okay? This is actually a great way to farm. It's a great way to farm era scores, converting someone while you're at war with them. A non-zero amount of my motivation to get a bunch of era score and hopefully hit another golden age. Surely the conversion of these cities with a 6 loyalty swing should be enough to make a difference here. I think it will be. I think the religion thing is just the thing that I forgot about. And actually, now that I have remembered, it's all going to be great. It's going to be fine. Niani will be a different beast to break. Holy crap, that's a 25. That needs to get nuked. I'm sorry, but that city is getting nuked. I don't want to nuke it. It's not my preference. It's just that it has too many people in it. The city is too big. I'm probably going to nuke Buda and Estegom. Anything over 15 is like insta-nuked. Like, this is nuked, this is nuked. You know, these aren't necessary. Yeah, this is getting nuked, this is getting nuked. This is probably getting nuked. You know, it's all going to start happening very quickly here. And I don't know if the AI or the viewer is prepared for the swift and terrifying justice that I'm about to unleash upon the world in my fury at not being able to complete my blob domination in a reasonable amount of effort, okay? I thought this was going swell early, and now I have been bogged down. And here's the thing, when you get bogged down, you stop thinking nice thoughts. You start thinking, you know what? I want them to suffer. I have become a foul individual. I welcome the suffering of my enemies. -6 loyalty. Now that is more workable. -6 loyalty is workable. The expansion of Thicus Maximus into enemy lands is incredibly important to our war effort. It is the war effort, in fact. Thicus Maximus is peace. It is the peace that we seek. To be as thick and as Maximus as possible. It is the religion that my people have followed since the dawn of time. We are the Thickites, okay? We love thickness. We've built an entire society around it. That our cities grow as large and as wide as possible. Okay, I need you to stop making AT crews because you're starting to piss me off. The Hungarians are attempting to fight back. That I can appreciate about them is that they're like actually giving it a reasonable attempt. Like they keep making units and throwing them at me. And they're not bad units by any stretch. Like they're making the same units I have. But I just don't think it's enough anymore. As these cities, their population starts to crumble. Eger. -3.3. I should honestly think about doing the same thing for Hinduism in the Malian Empire. Yeah, because like I could convert these cities, no problem. It could happen. Let's grab ourselves a few apostles and we'll start feeding them in here. Hello, what did you get hit by? Ah, I see. Why don't you pop back to get leveled up? We're going to need some reinforcements on this front, but I can't afford... Well, I guess I can afford... I could technically afford to buy some AT crews here. Is there a giant death robot on the cards here? You know, that's a question I'm going to have to think about a little. It's just going to have to be something we spend a little bit of time rolling it around in our noggin. All right, we converted the very last Hungarian... Well, oh, sorry. Not the very last. We converted a Hungarian city is what I should have said. Not the very last. All of these cities sit on the verge of negative loyalty, like these frontline cities. This is not what I wanted to click on. Like these 3 cities here, if I could just get one of them to break and maybe nuke Buddha, I think we have like a pretty reasonable situation going here. All right, so new city with Moksha. We buy the tile, we purchase the holy site. We come into the holy site, we go ahead and we do shrine. We do temple, then we buy worship building. Well, that's a what, which isn't what we want. Where's my nearest inquisitor? I had one around. Oh, hello. There you go. You got some tunnels. Get over here and convert that city. It'll take you a couple turns to get there. And then I also would like an aqueduct, of course, to allow the growth to continue. And then in terms of other growth buildings, maybe perhaps, well, I need my gold for airplanes. So, you know, neighborhood, schmeighborhood. You know, I've stared at this map so long now that it's almost like semantic satiation. Like the map means nothing to me. Like these are just symbols. These are just like numbers on a chalkboard. It all is meaningless. What I'm looking at here, and this is the big problem with like these big war-ish kind of games, is that you spend so long managing so many units that your brain can't handle it, dude. It's so much work. This is like me watching Legend of Total War, play like any Total War game where he goes for like a world conquest. Dude like conquers the entire map in like 100 turns, and he just like it's just like automatic to him, and he's able to. It's just insane what I've seen him do a couple of times playing that game. And I'm like, dude, I could be that guy for Civ, but goddamn, is that too much work? That's too much work. I'm sorry. Listen. I know I'm depriving you of high quality world domination content. Carefully micromanaged every inch of the way there. But holy shit, do I not care for it. Not one bit. Ooh, another city flip. This might have been his holy city actually. But we got it flipped. Slowly but surely. God, there's so many units. I'm going to start deleting stuff I don't care about. A tank! My kingdom for a tank. Because like here's the thing, it takes me less than like 2 seconds per unit to make a decision about what I want to do with it. Like here, I'm gonna like say, hey, like play me out a turn here, okay? Just so you could see what the process looks like, and you can see that like it's not like I'm sitting here taking my time making decisions, right? I'm like burning through these turns, just looking for like quick, easy money kills like that. Boom. That's this entire front line taken care of. Send envoys, I guess. Boop, 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 boop. This is a little bit of a harder decision to make. But damn it, did I make it for the era score. We shoot that city over here. There's like just a bunch of shooting that needs to happen. Again, fairly straightforward. We want to blow that up, but we want to survive it, ideally. Skadoosh, 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 skadoosh. Estergom is looking a little bit too healthy. Perhaps I could get a level up by attacking the city. What are you doing? Yep. We're just waiting. A lot of these units are just waiting. And that, like, this it takes so long, dude. This is just so... I'm sorry, but I've just reached the point where I'm no longer having fun. And that's a problem for my interest in the game. Is that, like, if a challenge stops being fun, the probability that I complete it goes down. Now, like, this is a good challenge is the problem. It's just like, god damn, is it just... Maybe the map is too big. Maybe I need to go down to, like, a smaller map size or something. But my god, am I, like, struggling to stay awake here. Like that was a whole turn, that whole sequence there. That's how long a turn takes. And then you got to do the turn rollover. And then you get asked what technology you want to do. And then you got to go through all the diplomacy. Every turn takes 2 to 3 minutes. It just feels like it takes way too long to make progress. And each action doesn't feel consequential on the outcome of the game. And boom, 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 but it's just blah, 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 blah. That's how I feel sometimes when I'm playing the game. And look, it's not that the game is bad or that like what's happening isn't interesting. It's that it's just like, it's not interesting to play. Like it's interesting in the sense that, hey, this is kind of like a unique and interesting situation to be in, right? But, you know, the actual mechanical portion of the game is just like, I click here. It makes almost no impact on the outcome of the game. And every single one of these units like needs an order every turn or they'll go crazy. Yeah, no, it's just that's a 12 turns. Like, and I have to do that for nearly half an hour just to convert one city. That's right. I have to do that for half an hour just to convert one city. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay? It really feels like I've stalled out or something, and I think the nuke might be the siege breaker, so that might actually perk me up. I know, I mean, like, look, this is the arc of the game, okay? We had an amazing opener, and then we had a mediocre middle, where we had a lot of struggles, and we came back, and now this is like the redemption arc. We are on the way to possible glory. And Karlstad is now flipping to me. So this play is starting to work out. I'll just need a settler over here. Basically when Karlstad flips, which is amazing that this is actually working out as a play. So it's like that actually, this actually, the thought of the nuke and like all the stuff around that has actually perked me up a little bit. And now I feel like I have the energy to continue because there is light at the end of the tunnel, despite the fact that the AI is like close to a science victory and there's like a culture victory pumping away. I feel that I have come closer to Nirvana. I would like units to be cheaper with faith. That would be amazing if we could get that passed. I'm going to put like 7 votes in that. There's 8 players, so I want to do 8 votes. I would like everyone to have a nuke so everyone can use this to do something with a nuke, please. Everyone gets nukes. All right, fantastic. So everyone on the map now has a nuke, which is amazing. So if there's any wars or anything like that, they might look to start firing them off. Hey, look, we like, I know it was probably a terrible idea, but we at least made the game a lot more interesting, okay? We got nukes involved, baby. Let's drop an aerodrome. Boom. We want to get those bombers out. I am burning aluminium. You're fortified here. You're 11 turns away. You're so close. You're so close. These cities are still growing. Okay. All right. Yeah. More cities are falling. The potential exists. The redemption arc is now well underway. Now, I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like if I get one of these cities to flip, that's it. Like, they're all going to flip. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm on the edge of glory. Like there's just a very thin line between me and victory. Now, whether or not that's hopium and copium, like mixed together in the most lethal combination known to mankind, you know, I don't know yet, but that's how I feel. I feel like I'm on the edge of glory. That there is a beautiful moment on the winds for me. All right, let's continue to, I want to convert. If we can convert Niani, we'll probably get Era score. God knows we need Era score to secure another golden age so we can continue to attempt this futile effort. Well, no, let's not get back down on the downer arc, okay? We're on the upper arc. Oh, okay, right. We're on the, well, that, you know what? The upper arc sounds like something else. That sounds like an early 20s drug hustle in California. Hey man, I'm on the uppers arc. Okay, whoa. You gotta calm down, buddy. Don't need to be taking uppers at this time of year. It's January, or well, it's February now. It's probably March by the time you see this video, to be honest. Yeah. It's just an endless wave of these stupid AT crew armies coming for me. Oh, I'm yawning. Help. Oh, plus one range on these guys. Forward observers. Now that is some range. Continue to convert. Oh, we neutralized the belief in the city. All right, railroad takes me all the way to here. Spread an extra 2 times. Then what about you? What do you get? An extra two spreads? I'll take them. Not the most amazing things, but I will. All right, we've surrounded Niani. Convert. Convert. Convert, damn you. Otherwise, we blow you up. This is how that works. That is the exchange. Either you convert or explode. I know it doesn't seem like a fair trade deal, but that's what's on offer, okay? You don't have to like the trade deal. You just have to accept it. AKA diplomacy. This is how we conduct diplomacy here in the Khmer Empire, baby. God, sometimes I think about like how quickly I would be done with this if I had just been allowed to kill cities. Just like if this was just a domination game, it would have been over. I would have been in bed, having a nap. I know it's only 20 to 8, but I'm tired because I ate food halfway through this episode. Well, I played for about 20 minutes and then I had a big Indian dinner. Because that's just the kind of guy I am. I'm the kind of guy to start a game of Civ right after he orders his food, eat it, like leave the recording going. So Morbus has to deal with that. And then go eat my food and then come back as if nothing happened. Please convert. Okay, he did not convert. More apostles. Surely more apostles are not necessary. Let's go for the old thermo nuke because this could be, the thermo nuke can be a 2 to 3 in one kind of deal. If you get the cities in the right position, you can maybe get to, like if I were to nuke this air pad, I would get Bogota and Papian. So the potential exists for some serious value here. Let's get ourselves a bomber. We just want one bomber. That's all we want. We want a bomber so that we can drop the nukes. That's all it's for. It's for the nuke dropping. Because I can't take it anymore. I know that Buddha is under control. Buddha is in hand and I don't care because the city is getting nuked. That's just how it is. I am tired, okay? I am tired of these goddamn Hungarians in my goddamn Civ game not flipping their cities independent despite the fact that's what I've been working towards for the whole damn game, okay? They need to... It's time to stop Hungary. Okay, Hungary, your time has come to accept your fate. We convert a city, 3 era score. I mean, this whole war thing is great for era score. I need to do the whole convert cities at war thing more. It feels real strong. It's definitely something I should be doing more in my wars for era score farming, so I can chain golden ages in Dom games. Honestly, it just feels like a mistake if you're not doing it. I'm not Morbus. I'm not ending this recording until I flip a city. Okay, that's a dangerous thing to say, actually, in case it doesn't go the way I planned it. I have no intention of ending this recording until I flip a city, is what I should probably have said. But it may happen. It may look, and that's life, Sometimes you're really tired, you're playing a game, and you get irreverent. You start saying platitudes like that's life, when it's completely inappropriate to say that. A flood this time of year, located entirely within my empire? Can I see it? All right, we're blasting. We are blasting. We're blast. Blaster. Blast. Blaster. Didn't I have another religious unit? I probably did. Who knows where it went at this point? It's bomber time. I want to nuke myself at this point just to end the misery. Unfortunately, that's just not an option. Empire-wide, suicide by nuke isn't something generally considered like a cool move. So, we'll have to come up with some new way to try and get ourselves out of this game. Look, we're trapped. I'm a rat in a maze, scurrying about, looking for the cheese. And I don't even know if the cheese exists. Is there cheese? Has cheese even been invented in this alternate reality? Why don't we have a tech for cheese? Seriously. We have a tech, right? Listen, we have a tech for cows. We have a tech for animal husbandry. Where is cheese? Okay. It's very clear. It goes animal husbandry, then cheese, then cured meat, and then the space race. That's how human history goes. We all know it. Listen, I know it's unpopular to say it, but we know how history works. I know there's vegans and vegetarians watching this, and And they're like, you know what, that's pretty true, but it's also unethical. And I agree. It is very true, and it's also unethical. Let's go ahead and, oh my God, against 3 spreads. Well, I guess I gotta find a natural wonder to send these guys to. Click search. Is there one nearby? Oh, it's right there. Oh, that's convenient. It's right there. Excellent. That takes the sting out of that promotion being annoying. Where are my nukes? Where are my nukes? Where are my nukes? I want some nukes. 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 Nuke, nuke, nuke. Nuke, 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 nuke. Nuke, nuke, nuke. Nuke, 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 nuke. We really do need a 4X game that simplifies the late game a little. Because goddamn, if you keep expanding in a 4X game, the late game you just have so much crap you don't care about to handle. It's insane. Oh, a conversion. Beautiful. So Niani is now religiously mined. Excuse me. Where did my other apostle go? Was it bombed? It was bombed. I'm pretty sure my other apostle was bombed. That's annoying. Where's the anti-aircraft? One day I will have my freedom from this game. But that day is not today. Doo-doo. God, we have made so much progress. And yet it feels like we have stood still. You know what? I don't even care about my artillery or my builder there. This city just needs to... I just need to... I need the city's population to be halved, okay? I need to go down to 9 pop. Now, population decline. $11. Hello, way more manageable in terms of loyalty. Perhaps this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Could we be in for a potential revolution, a movement in the direction of beauty and no remorse? Two things which are diametrically opposed to one another, but yet somehow exist in this. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Listen, I'm getting poetic because I've played this game so long. This is the problem. But now, the important thing is, though, we nuked the other guy's city. Right? So now Pex, it barely dented Pex's loyalty. Am I just going to have to start nuking? Start dropping them? I don't want to be the guy to drop the bombs, but if it's necessary, those bombs are getting dropped every single time. I have no qualms over the digital lives of my citizens being bathed in nuclear fire. If that's what it takes for me to get the win on this challenge, I'll do it. I'm crazy like that. Oh, more conversions. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. We have secured another golden age. We have a chance. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I've gotten more and more horizontal in my chair as this episode has gone on. Did we do it yet? Did nuking help? I need to nuke Estergom. Estergom must be nuked. So aircraft from Mali are a bit of an issue for me right now. It's okay. All right, we got this. Another city converted. Hello. Speaking of city converted, because I have suzerainty of Jerusalem, my loyalty, my religious pressure should be insane. Yeah, 72, 6 outgoing pressure. Alrighty then. Is there a card that increases nuclear weapon production? I need to know. No, it just lowers the device maintenance, but I need them to be built faster. All the nukes in my cities. All the nukes in my cities. All the nukes. What's new? All we hear is nuke that city, gaga. It doesn't really work, does it? Listen, we'll get there, guys. My brief respite of joy and pleasure and excitement has been replaced with doomerism again, because we're now into another era of Operation Ivy activate. 8 turns in the capital. I must prevail. I shall know no fear. In darkness, I am light. In sickness, I am health in the depths of doubt. I shall keep faith. I'm like trying to quote a bastardized version of the Space Marine creed here to try and get me through this game at this point. We will look. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're having a few mood arcs here. I don't know. I just don't know if I have it in me to grind out wins. Like, I don't. I just think I'm not that kind of guy to grind out like a challenge win. I have to see. My problem is like I can spend 12 hours working on a video, but it requires like extreme motivation, and that motivation has to come from within. You know what I mean? Like a Yoda thing. You know what I mean? You must feel it. Let it flow through you. Okay, there's 10 turns until the next era. Surely the AI could not have managed to get another golden age. Surely I have a chance to flip some of these cities next era. You know, I loaded this game back up and I thought about the absolutely colossal, horrendous task that's before me. And yeah, I think I'm done. Maybe, I mean, like, look, 32 turns on a flip here, 6 turns on a flip here. Like, it takes way too long to like depopulate a city. I don't know. I should have done this on the non-heroic grand ages mode or whatever. That's the mistake I made. Listen, I dreamt too big. Like I haven't even started to pressure over here. Like how do I even, like, you know what I mean? Like this, and the map is too big. I might try to, if I'm going to try this again, it's going to be on a smaller map size and with no game modes active, because this is just nutty what I've done here. I love you all. Bye bye.